Hey everybody, Eli again, here to talk about everybody's favorite topic with the freshwater aquariums, and that is algae eaters. All the time, any of us in the shop get the question, what can I have for an algae eater in my 10-gallon aquarium, my 20-gallon aquarium, something that's gonna help me clean the glass, or I have a planted tank, what's an option that I can add to the tank to help me clean the plants, clean the glass that's not going to eat the plants? Well, finally we have Otto Cats back in stock, which are absolutely my favorite algae eater for any of the community style freshwater aquariums. In this tank here, we have some of the Tiger Ottos, which are kind of a rarer form, kind of hard to come by, which is super cool. Glad to see these in stock now. These tend to be my favorite algae eater for smaller tanks just because they don't get so large. Most of the Ottos, the Tigers included, get only about 2.5 inches max size, and they can really be stocked into smaller tanks in a decent number because they don't really contribute to the bio load too well. So say you had a 10-gallon aquarium, it would be fine to add probably 3 or 4 to this tank just to kind of help you clean the glass, clean the rocks in between water changes. One of the great things about the Otto Cats is they don't tend to nip plants at all, so you can put them in with some delicate plants that maybe some plecos or other fish might like to chow on. These guys will really leave the plants alone, and they're just looking for the biofilms, diatom type algae on top of the glass and on top of the plant leaves themselves. Ottos also tend to be a very good community fish. They get along with everything else, and most other fish don't really pay them any attention. They tend to stick to the outskirts of the tank when they're not cleaning off your plants, so they tend to hide and blend in very well in your aquarium. They don't stand out to the other fish. It is always good to house the Otto Cats in decent sized groups. They are kind of a social fish. They like to be in small schools, so I would say minimum for any tank would be at least 3, but they can be stocked in decent sized schools to get a little bit more work done in your aquarium. In contrast to some of the pleco species that might even be good algae eaters, like say a bristlenose, the Otto Cats really don't tend to be very messy. With the plecos, you usually run into issues with basically fish poop and wood waste ending up collecting in the corners of your aquarium just because they tend to be messier eaters. Otto Cats, especially because of their smaller size and their true algae eating nature, they don't produce a ton of waste in your aquarium, and they shouldn't be as messy as some of the other algae eating options. Come check us out at one of our 3 locations, whether it's here in Coventry, at Wakefield, or at Seekonk store, to fill your tank with some Otto Cats, some good algae eaters for your small to larger community aquariums.